Hi everybody, it's Ramona here again from Connect to Your Angels, and I hope you're enjoying my new spring look. I've gone with the new hair color, and I actually just got braces. They're the Invisalign, so at least they're not totally noticeable, but big transformation, right? That's what spring is about. It's about change, it's about new beginnings. And as I'm saying spring, I'm looking out my window here and it's blizzarding snow, so we'll just pretend that it's still spring and go on that, okay? That makes me feel better, so sure, let's go with that. So this is going to be the weekly oracle card reading for the week of April 21st through the 27th, and I'm actually working again with my big fat double deck. So it's got the, what is in here? These are the Archangel cards and the Angel Therapy cards. That's what we have in here. So I will attempt to shuffle this big bunch of cards here and we'll get started, and we'll draw 3 cards, for one for the beginning of the week and one for the middle. It's going to be the beginning. Ooh, this one, whoa, 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 whoa. That's for the middle, and one more end of the week. Let's see what we get here. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, all right. So we're starting with sensitivity at the beginning of the week, Monday, Tuesday. And right away what I'm hearing is, remember that show Star Trek when they would encounter an alien, I don't know, another alien ship, and on the bridge of the Star Trek Enterprise an alarm would go off and they would say, shields up, shields up, shields up. This is a time at the beginning of that week, Monday, Tuesday, to really make sure your shields are up, because for sensitive folks, and that's a lot of you watching this video, you are highly impacted by other people's energy, right? And a lot of people tell me this all the time. They say, I work in an office, or I work in an environment that is heavily negative. It's just so toxic, I can't take it anymore. And, you know, working, that's your livelihood. It's not that easy to pick up and go. When you experience that, there are some things that you can do. We've talked about this before in terms of working with some crystals and other kinds of practices you could do. But shielding yourself by calling on Archangel Michael and asking him to encircle you in white light is a great way to protect yourself from taking in that negative energy from your surroundings, from your situation, from other people you're encountering, and all of that sort of stuff. So really make sure you do that, okay? And it's also saying on here, you know, really honor your feelings right now. Sometimes we try to slough it off, or, you know, our society tells us just suck it up. But you know what? It's okay to feel your feelings. You know, when we don't, that's when people get into trouble. And I encounter this a lot too in the people that I coach and who I work with. They have been for years sweeping their emotions under that proverbial carpet and not dealing with things, right? That is not healthy. And this was even in last week's reading. So really this is a strong message that's coming up again. It's important for you to feel your feelings and acknowledge your feelings, but then deal with them in a healthy way. Don't stuff them in and just kind of pretend they're not there, because it's going to create a dis-ease in your body that, left unchecked, will then, you know, manifest physically into disease, or could manifest physically into disease, and you do not want to get to that point, right? You know, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So please make sure to shield yourself, and if there are some heavy emotions you're dealing with, do it in a healthy way. And if you don't know what that means, or you're struggling with how to go about that, you can email me and I will tell you some techniques, okay? So you can email me at spiritualmailman@connect, then put the numeral 2, connecttoyourangels.com, spiritualmailman@connecttoyourangels.com, or you can post here on YouTube and I will talk to you about that, okay? All right, in the middle of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, we have workshops and seminars. Ooh, so those of you who've been, you know, thinking about taking some kind of a class or a workshop to further your skills, then you are bang on the money, okay? But what's really coming up with this is people who are looking to do that in a spiritual sense. They want to learn, they're hungry to learn, they want to learn more. And whether that's about angels or, you know, there's so many topics, right? It might be crystals, it might be working with tarot cards, it might be numerology, astrology, there's all sorts of different things. If you are hungry and looking to learn some of those things, you know, check around and you can see what's available online. But Also, I want you to let me know what you're looking for, because I'm actually in the process right now of creating a lot of stuff. And I just don't want to create things that I think are interesting to people, right? I want to hear from you. So if you are hungry to learn and you want to develop your own psychic intuition or, healing ability or whatever you feel that you were called here to do, and you maybe want to do it as a spiritual based career, but you feel that you need some additional training or support in that area, please email me as well or post here and let me know what specifically you are looking for. Okay, that would be of great benefit to me and to you guys, right? All right, so then at the end of the week we have indigo. And remember, some of you that might be a new term for some of you. I'll read what it says. The person you're inquiring about is an indigo, meaning a highly sensitive, natural-born leader. This is actually a lot of you guys watching this. So if you have, and pardon my language, this built-in bullshit detector, right? Where you know when somebody is being untruthful to you. And you just know when people have an ulterior motive or a different agenda. And you have always been a doer, and you don't want to follow rules, and you are antsy, and you want to get things done, and maybe you've been diagnosed with ADHD, or you know somebody who fits those descriptions. That is sort of the characteristic traits of what we call an indigo child or an indigo person, adult. And those individuals have a very special job. They've been brought into the world at this time because we need to break down the establishment, right? The established governments, the established, bureaucratic systems and things like that, because really they are not working for us. And if we keep going the same way we've been going, there's going to be issues, right? So they're here to break down that stuff, to tear down things, to not follow rules, to look at things differently, to be change makers. That's the job of an indigo. So this ties in with workshops, right? If this sounds like you're nodding your head and you know that's you or it's somebody you know, maybe that's a sign now then that you want to read up more about that or take some kind of workshop or do more digging about that to understand your true purpose. And if it's a child that you have, I know it can be frustrating because sometimes you just want to say, why can't you be easy, right? Why are you so difficult? But please understand they are that way for a reason. And when you can understand what their spiritual job is and that it's a really important one, then it's a little bit easier to understand that individual or to understand yourself and why you are the way that you are. And there is a great book by Doreen Virtue called The Care and Feeding of Indigo Children. So that's something that is a good resource that I can recommend to you if you want to learn more, okay? So this is kind of a week about learning and delving a little bit deeper and following that spiritual journey and path and just seeing where it leads you, right? And like I said, if you're struggling in any area and you're not sure how to progress, please reach out to me. And if you would like to get these videos regularly every week direct to your inbox, make sure you're signing up for them. You can just go to my website, which is www.connect, then to the number, yourangels.com, connecttoyourangels.com. And there's just a quick form there. All you need to do is put your first name and your email, and bam, you will be getting these videos in your hot little hand, so to speak, every week. And you'll have access to this wonderful angelic guidance so that you know what to focus on for the week ahead, right? It's kind of like having an angel in your pocket. And that's always a helpful thing. So be sure to do that. In the meantime, I'm hoping that snow out the window goes away very soon and that spring actually does arrive. And I invite you all to have a wonderful, wonderful week, and we'll connect with you here again next week. Have a good one, everybody. Take care.